What's terrifying about climate change is never explained. If it were explained, everyone in America and around the world would be justifiably terrified, every parent, every grandparent. Climate change changes the water cycles of the earth. No one ever explains this. So someone in Chicago will say, gee, we had a really, really cold winter. It can't be climate change. For every 1 degree that the temperature goes up on this little planet from industrial-induced global warming emissions, for every 1 degree that temperature goes up, the atmosphere is actually absorbing 7% more precipitation from the ground. The heat is forcing the precipitation into the clouds quicker. Now, this is interesting because our ecosystems have developed over millions of years based on the reliable water cycles that traverse our clouds. The result of this 1 degree temperature change and 2 degrees, 7% more precipitation for every 1 degree, we have concentrated precipitation in our cloud covers, and we're getting extreme water events. That's what this is all about. Whole industries have been disrupted. Music industry, television, newspapers, magazines out of business, book publishing, gone. Thousands of new enterprises have emerged, profit, nonprofit, both. Not just Google, Facebook, and Twitter. Thousands of startups that are providing the connections, the platforms, the apps. They're using the data, the analytics. They're creating the opportunities. All of this in less than 16 years. Anybody thinks there's a comfortable waiting time here? Talk to the music industry, television, newspapers, and magazines. You will not be so comfortable. We thought there would be a firewall. We really thought there'd be a firewall. And while the digitalization of communication would impact the virtual world, we didn't think it would go over to the physical world. What I'm saying in the book that's been handed out here, The Zero Marginal Cost Society, the Internet of Things takes us right across the firewall right now. We have millions of people right now around the world producing their own solar and wind electricity, zero marginal cost, near zero. That's the marginal cost. Same with solar and wind. There are high schools when they go out and they measure their ecological footprint every day. And what they're realizing is they live in a biosphere which is an indivisible community. They're not giving up their national loyalties. They're not giving up their religious ties, their blood ties. They're still going to be supporting the Cubs and the Sox. All of that stuff's going to happen. But they're actually thinking it's part of a biosphere, and there's no escape. The cruel lesson of climate change, which also is the opportunity to reawaken the human race, is there's no escape. Doesn't make any difference how much money you have or what country you're in. No one's going to escape. They're realizing we're part of one indivisible community, and the well-being of our fellow creatures and our ecosystems, their well-being is our well-being. Their collapse is our collapse. We live in one community. This is somewhat hopeful. So what I would say in closing is this. I'm mindful of how difficult this shift is. I'm really mindful, but what's the alternative here? In this room, you have enough players right in this room this afternoon to make this happen across ICT, power, transmission, and move this in the United States.